Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Harika. So in today's video, I'm going to showcase a demo on the latest forms, which is 23.4.3 version. So now I will just run this particular workflow and I'll show you what we are going to actually learn in this video. So this is basically a step-by-step tutorial that I'm going to recreate this whole workflow and let you understand how we are doing this particular process. So firstly, I am running the file, and this form will be shown up here. Okay, so we can see that the form has come up, and what we can do here is I will just explain you the scenario so that if you have missed the flow in the previous video, you can just understand it. And also I would recommend go back to the previous video of the forms. I'll link that particular video in the description and also somewhere here, because that will help you understand what are the different capabilities of the forms very clearly. And now so what is here, we have two different questions. One is asking if the person is interested to participate in the study. Okay, so and other one is if the person is 18 or above. So let's say here we have multiple probabilities. Let me just take a notepad and explain that for you. So let's say if the person says no, form gets closed automatically. Okay, and next, if the person says yes, he's interested to participate, but the age is not above 18, then we're gonna show up a message that sorry, you are not eligible to participate. This message will come up. Let's say if the person say yes, he's interested, and also if he's above 18, then we will ask him that congratulations, you are eligible, and please fill in the form. Okay, so these are the three different scenarios that we are going to see now. And apart from that, as I mentioned, that the latest form has the feasibility to edit the values in the form as in it's appearing, right? So let's say if I'm giving the city, okay, the city is Los Angeles, okay, and the district will be auto-populated, Hollywood. Okay, so this is what we are going to see in this particular scenario. So let's try to recreate and do step by step. So let me just show you one scenario here. Yes and yes. Awesome. Please fill in the rest of the form to enroll in the city. Let's say I'll say Harika, age 27, city, Los Angeles. So district is auto-populated, and then I'm doing submit. So that's it. Form gets closed. So here for that we are using multiple things. So what is that we are using here is the first thing is we are going for trigger-based attended automation. So if you're unfamiliar with what is trigger-based attended automation, this is the great way to start your learning for trigger-based attended automation. And second thing here is we are going to see the latest version of the forms, latest activities that we have. Okay, and also one more thing is I will explain you while we go into the studio. So firstly, I'm doing everything from the scratch, and I'll tell you few things that you have to keep in mind. So first thing is, when you go to activities, firstly download this UiPath.form.activities, and in the activities just make sure if you can see all the form activities after you download. Okay, so let's say show form. Okay, and also when I say form, here I can see form event trigger. So if you couldn't see where is form event trigger, and also few things like run local trigger. So these things you should see. If you are not able to see that, you have to go to this filter, and basically by default it will be like this. You cannot have the triggers also. So just enable this, so then you can see these triggers. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Enable the triggers from the filter, only then you can see the triggers of that particular package. Okay, so after that, what we are going to do, go to main workflow, and here what I'm trying to do is let's try to create a form. So initially how it used to be, we have an activity called create form, and when we pull that activity into the main workflow, we used to click on open form designer, right? So this opens the form in a designer panel, but now it is different, completely different. So now what we can do, we can just go and select a form from here, and let's say study participation consent. Okay, here, if you see, the form gets opened in the XAML studio itself. It's just like how we open a XAML file, it's like that. So it is very much convenient, because every time whenever we have particular component, we need some details like, field key, or the particular data or code, whatever we need from that particular form, we have to keep opening it again and again, which will take time to open and get, and then again go back to the project and add in that value. So it is a lot of time consuming, but this way you can do it very easily. So now what I'm going to do, let's come step by step here. Sorry, notepad. So firstly, I wanted to add in interest to participate, right? So first I'm going to ask the student if that person is interested to participate or not. So let's take a radio button and ask the person like, are you interested to participate in the study? Okay, so some question, I'm asking that question. And what else I need to provide in here? I should provide the data, because there should be answers, right? Like yes or no, two options should be there. So for that, I'm giving yes. And the second one, add another. Just say no. Okay. So there are two things. And after that, I should take the field key. So this is too large. So I'm saying want to participate. So try to keep participate spelling. So try to keep camel case only. Okay, so let's copy the field key here. And I would tell you one more thing, the data binding, right? So if you're not sure, if you're not familiar with usage of the forms earlier, there's something called as data binding. Okay, the field key of the component should be binded with the variable. Only then the data conversion can happen. Just like how we convert the data, like pass the data between the workflows through the arguments. In the same way, we will pass the data from the form to the workflow by using this field key and variables. Okay, so we need to keep this in mind, that this should be the same. And I'll just say save. Similarly, let's create one more radio button for, are you above 18 or not? Okay, so same data, yes or no. Yes. And next add another no. Okay, just go to field key, are you above 18 or not? Okay, so fine, right? So we had created both, which is both radio buttons. So what is the next point? So let's try to create one label here. Okay, label or header. Okay, what is this header? Will give study participation consent form. Okay, let's keep it little big, medium. Let's see how it is coming up. Okay, fine. So now what I'm going to do, I have created two radio buttons, two questions. So based on the output, I am going to perform something, right? So what is that something? I am going to show up here, like, which is again a label, right? So this label should show up based on the field key value. So this is, let's say if the person, so let's say if the person say he's interested and he's above 18, both are yes and yes. That means it's a positive scenario. So what we are going to tell that person, uh, so let's say above 18 is the criteria. Just copy this. We need this thing, okay? And paste it here. Mostly, I don't think we need to, utilize these things. It's just for remembrance. That's it. If we have a lot of, field keys, because these are auto-generated. Unlike the previous version, these are auto-generated. I will show you that. Just say save and one more label and header. If that person is below 18, just say save. And here I'm gonna have this, and we are good with these two, right? So after that, what we are going to do, we are going to have after that we are going to give these two, and next we are going to have the form. Okay, so for the form we will take the text box. Inside the text box, what is the first thing we will have is full name, right? Enter the full name. So you can just enter in the placeholder, enter full name, and the field key is full name. Okay, just say save. And after full name, what is the next thing? I think it is age. Age. Enter your age. Age. Okay. So after that, we have city. Okay. Later, final, district. Okay. What is the field key? District. So fine. So I saved the form, and now so for this we have created a form now. Okay, everything that needs to be going into the form is done. Form part is finished. We have successfully given all the information, questions we've asked. Based on that, we have the success messages. These are two labels that will come up that we have to code. Okay, and we have full name, age, city, and district, and we have the submit button. So the form creation is done. We are good with the form. And now what we have to do is, let's go and do show form. Okay, let's take show form activity. If you see here, here the forms will be displayed. I have created the forms, right? So let me go and see. I think before I start the demo, I have created one more form. So consent, both are looking same. Okay, this is that, and this doesn't have any data. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll delete this. I think this should not allow me to create one more form with the same name. I think this is bug, because how can it is possible to create the form with same name? So I think this is some bug. It should not happen, right? So let's create. Let's take this. I'm taking that. So if you see here, this is what I was talking about, which is called as data binding. So there are 9 items in the dictionary. So what are those 9 items? These are the field keys. So if you see, the first one is the label. That means the header that we've given. So this should not be like label. Let's go here and, change this field key name as main header. Okay. So now let's see if this dictionary, yeah, this dictionary got auto updated, right? This is perfect. So the main header, and then want to participate is the radio buttons. If you see here, this is what I want to show. Want to participate, are you above 18 or not, above 18, below 18, right? Full name, age, city, district. So all these earlier versions we used to, copy paste, and we used to create here the argument, and then we used to provide in the value. So these things are reduced, like this time consuming thing, like binding things manually has reduced. These are auto populated in the dictionary, which is perfect, right? So this is good. So after then, what we can do, we will run this particular workflow, and we will see how the form is showcased. So let's debug this. So we can see that the form is showcased, right? So it has showcased, and it has closed, because it will not showcase for longer time, because we didn't have any other thing set up for this workflow, right? So but we can see that the form has showcased with all the values that we have created. Perfect, we could see the form. And what is the next thing is, after showcasing the form, we should able to perform some activities. Like let's say, what is the first scenario? So let's say if I am interested to participate, no, let's say this answer is no. Okay. In that case, what bot has to do, it has to close that particular form, right? So for that, what I'm going to do here is, ， . 。 . 。 . 。 . . . . 。 . 。 . 。 . . . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . Let us go to the form itself. Here, what we have to do is we have to create the triggers. So based on the trigger only, the bot will be running. So it will be, a long video going forward. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video here. So I would ask you to go through this completely and try to recreate this whole workflow by yourself. And in the next video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start right from the triggers. I'm not that would be the continuation of this, but before to that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a delay here for 5 seconds. Okay, and I'm going to put a log message just for us to see. Okay, and let's debug this and see the form in the runtime. Okay, so in the next video, I would start from the trigger based attended automation, because that's where the whole concept comes in. So we can see the study participation consent form. Are you interested to participate? Yes or no? And are you above 18 or not? Here, we will be getting the details from form also. So based on that, we will see how the triggers would be working. Okay. And age, city. Okay, let's give whatever, because we haven't, programmed this yet. Okay. Hollywood. So let's say submit, form gets closed, and here we can see it is successful. And what I'm going to showcase here is, so we don't have any, we haven't kept any activity for reading the results, like, get values from the form, something as such. So we cannot view the values, but going forward, as we start the trigger based attended automation, I would be showing what are the necessary next activities that we are doing in the workflow. So that video is going to be the continuation of this, which I will be releasing mostly tomorrow or something. And that will finish up this particular workflow, and also we will be seeing all the scenarios that I have explained. So I felt you found this video useful. If so, please do let me know in the comments. And while recreating, if you're facing any questions, please do let me know in the comments. I would love to answer you. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, so you'll get the videos as soon as I upload them. So thank you so much for watching. Do like the videos if you find it informative, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.